I mean, what is it like to grow up in a place that people come, make a point of going, I made it to Lookout Mountain?
So yeah, I would assume, like, I could see how people would go to the falls, and like, you can go kayaking, swimming on top of the falls. You can do whatever you want. You can go kayak off like Little River Falls if you want, like Little River Canyon over there. I mean, you can go. You can't jump off of it. I know you can kayak off of it. But it's pretty dangerous, though. I can't tell you how many people die a year, but it's probably a handful of people die a year from drowning.
So Lookout Mountain to you is nothing. It's like your backyard.
Yeah. Because I live on it. I probably spent most of my life on Lookout Mountain. So, but it's kind of a hassle being on the mountain and then having to drive down. Yeah. For like food and groceries and whatnot. I mean, you'll get Dollar Generals on every corner, but
because you have to go down and around, right? I mean, how long does it take you to get to the valley?
So it took me probably 15 minutes to get to school. I mean, in Fort Payne, if you're going like 10 miles, it's going to take you 15 minutes. Or if you're going, like, sometimes if you're going 10 miles, it'll take you 10 minutes. Like, it's pretty easy going.
So I'll tell you why I went, because I'm a Civil War buff. Uh-huh. And that story of that, do you know that story of the battle there at Lookout Mountain?
No.
The Confederates had the mountain, mm-hmm. and the Union, how in the hell do you take that mountain?
Yeah.
And they did it in like an afternoon.
Really?
So
it took me an afternoon to walk up it.
What did it mean before that happened to be the sock capital of the world?
I mean, I guess it meant a lot. If you ask the people that were, old enough to actually know what it meant, I think it meant a lot to them just to have that title. So I mean, we still, rep it. If anybody like that's, I feel like that's one of Fort Payne's claim to fame. There's not many, but that's definitely one of them.
So if you look at guys with athletic socks, you say, yeah, those are probably made in Fort Payne.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I've seen socks down in like boutiques. When my fiance's in town, we'll go and like there's some like boutiques here that carry socks that are from Fort Payne.
Are you aware of having the claim to fame of the largest cake ever baked?
I am. Actually, yeah, I actually am, and I think I could be wrong, but I think that that Gracie's grandmother was a part of it, helped make the cake, because she used to bake cakes for like weddings and stuff, and she's not making ours for our wedding, but she did ours for our like a little engagement party we had, but I'm pretty sure she was a part of it.
So you've seen like pictures in the house?
Oh yeah, at the DFW at the fairgrounds, they have pictures of it all the time.
You brought up Gracie. Yeah. Gracie Grote, your fiance. That was last July. What was the proposal like?
Exactly. It was special, and I'm not sure if you saw the pictures or anything, but we did it on Lookout Mountain out there, and we always enjoyed, watching sunsets and just kind of getting food, taking it out there, and that's the kind of date night in Fort Payne. You get food, you take it out to the mountain, and you kind of watch the sunset. So just to do that at sunset where we did on the mountain, it was super special. And I mean, I thought it was just time. I knew whenever I got the money, I would get the ring. It was just kind of a matter of when I got it.
How tough is it, and now you're getting married this July, mm-hmm. How tough is it to squeeze those huge events into an NFL time frame?
I mean, you got a couple months. We've got, Jalen Davis, he's getting married July 1st. Logan Wilson, he's getting married July 9th, the same as us. And so I feel like everybody's like within either in March, kind of March to July really, is whenever, I guess not really even March to July, like March, April, and then the end of June to the beginning of July is whenever everybody's weddings are. So we obviously knew when we had to have the wedding, because you're just kind of confined to these certain amount of dates.
Well, you could have done it in March if last season hadn't gone into mid-February, right?
Right. No, you're definitely right about that. But I don't think we were ready. We didn't have everything planned. So
How did that, no one expects. And this is your first year in the NFL.
Yeah.
You got veterans, and Zach had been to a Super Bowl and a losing effort with the Rams. I mean, he had some familiarity with it, but what was it like to have your season keep getting extended?
Yeah.
When's this going to end?
I mean, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and it was definitely tiring. Coming from the college season, I think we finished probably like January 1st, 2nd, something around there. Of like, what was it, 2020 or 2021? And then just going straight into training, for the combine and the draft and whatnot, and then going straight into OTAs and then training camp, and then the season started. I did not know that I was going to be playing football for like 2.5 years, like straight. And at the end there, it got a little tiring, but like each week, like they say playoff games are kind of like bonus games. You get to week 18 in the regular season, you're kind of like drugged down and tired and maybe hurting a little bit. But then if you're lucky enough to get in the playoffs and compete in those games, those are kind of considered extra games. So you kind of come back to life and you're excited about those because, if you win, if games you only have to play 4. So that's the way you got to think about it. So I think the playoff games, I was fine, but it definitely was tiring, and the break was nice. But it was awesome just getting to be a part of it.
You're famous for the line, "We're going to the AFC Championship," that you said to Brandon Allen. How has that evolved over time as it's become this huge quote?
How's it evolved? I mean, I'll get people that ask me to sign it on things, and I didn't think it would turn into anything. Like, I didn't even think anybody would really find out that I really said it. It was just some, sly comment that I just made to Brandon right before I walked out to kick, and I didn't know it was going to turn into what it actually did. Just kind of like to challenge myself and just like a little confidence booster, honestly.
It seems to me like that's part of the secret, that you treated those kicks just like the regular season.
No, definitely you have to, because, they're not really any different. The hashes are still the same width, and the uprights are, and ball's the same, everything's the same. It's just kind of go out there and do it.
What did it mean to you to get a text from Justin Tucker?
It's a great question, because it meant a lot. Not sure if he's ever going to see this, but it did mean a lot. Growing up, he was always the guy I looked up to, obviously, and I'm not going to lie, I still look up to him. And I love getting to play him twice a year, because I love competing against him during the warm-ups and during the game. It's just a lot of fun, and just getting to see the guy that you grew up really watching the most is pretty special.
One of your many nicknames, Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. You end up getting a text from Chris McDonald. Was that going into the Super Bowl, or how did he get a hold of you?
No, I think it was just like, I don't know, he made like this, it was funny, he made like a little cameo video or something.
Who there? Shooter to shooter! You did it, brother!
And kind of just like was shouting out, I think he was shouting out like the whole, like me, Kevin, and Clark. And it was just, it was pretty cool. Just, you don't really expect that. And then whenever it happens, you're just kind of like, did that actually just happen? Because, you grow up and you watch Happy Gilmore and this guy in there, and then to get recognized by him was pretty cool.
How has it been to see the response of sitting out and watching a halftime show?
It's been fine. I don't think there's too many hard feelings about it. We had a big group of guys out there, and I think what goes unnoticed is I think the Rams specialists were out there on the other side, but nobody ever sees them. They focus on one person, and it just so happened to be me. I don't think that it was a huge deal. You know, we didn't have the second half kickoff or really anything to talk too much about. And I did my normal routine, go in, pee, come right back out. So, I mean, I didn't do anything different than I normally would have. There just so happened to be a concert.
Alex was your holder, your brother, when you set the record. How bad did he want to beat your record, which he did last year?
All came full circle because, you know, I broke my older brother's record. He had the record 57 yards, and obviously that's like your one goal is to break that record, because who doesn't want the longest field goal in Alabama high school football state history, right? And so when I finally did it, I was pretty excited, and for Alex to be a part of it was pretty cool too. And I'd probably say I was wanting Alex to break my record more than he probably wanted to. I don't know what it was, but I wanted him to get it, you know, because I feel like if he got the record, then, you know, I could kind of share it with him.
Stay in the family.
Exactly. You don't want anybody else to have it.